دورة دلوقتي. Welcome back, everyone. And now, tourism is known to be one of the leading sources of income crucial to Egypt's economy. And back in 2010, this sector employed about 12% of Egypt's workforce, serving approximately 14.7 million visitors Egypt and providing revenues of nearly 12.5 billion US dollars, as well as contributing more than 11% of the GDP and 14.4% of foreign currency revenues. Now, in the past 5 years, this vital sector to the Egyptian economy has been hard hit due to the political situation here in the country. And of course, there has been so many initiatives to revive the tourism sector. And one of those initiatives to promote tourism here in Egypt is called Egypt Message of Peace Initiative. And actually, this initiative we need to learn more about how different it is from other initiatives. Therefore, we are joined now by Mr. Hisham Al-Ramli. He is the strategic planner of Egypt Message of Peace Initiative. Good day to you, sir.
Thank you. Good day to you.
Thank you very much for joining us. And to start with, an amazing initiative. It's one needed today.
Yeah.
A very volatile industry, definitely the tourism.
Yes.
But at the same time, we have the strength of speedy recovery, usually with this industry. So yes. I want to know more from you about the vision of the initiative and how can it help with the recovery of this industry.
The initiative was taken by His Excellency General Tamer Shahawi. The initiative was the idea started 8 months ago. And he was extremely specific about finding real solutions and real work and real impact on the ground. Yes. The initiative, from its name, it is a message that Egypt is a country of peace. It's a country, the people here love peace, and we hope peace for all countries in the world. When we started, we had to find the real diagnosis to our problems and to make a list. The initiative is huge. It doesn't leave any part without real solutions. You know that tourism, it is between two worlds, our country and the world as a whole, and in between there is a virtual life, the virtual of computers and Facebook, and yes. It is extremely important. And the first problem we have really that is handicapping the return of tourism is that some of the incidents and the accidents that happens, there were extremely used to show or to give the perception that Egypt is not safe. So one of our missions is to find the real solution of this by creating a new concept for changing the perception of the foreigners towards Egypt. Yes. Marketing is built on perception. How marketing, you are trying to keep the positive perception of your own customers that loves Egypt, for example, and try to find or change the perception for other people to come in Egypt. We have been working. The real launching of the official launching of the initiative will be next month, but already we have made so many protocols with so many institutions like Mr. Travel, like all the representative of foreigners in America, in Europe. We signed these protocols with them to increase the awareness of the people there. Another extremely important thing that Egypt, we don't give in our schools the culture of tourism, the importance of Egypt as one of the most important countries in the world in this field. We are making now a curriculum starting from KGs to the last year in university to make our 90 million person part of this initiative. It is extremely important to change our habits and our attitude toward the tourists that are coming here. We have so many aspects, and we have a lot of business partners that are really patriotic and really wanting to help Egypt and to put it in the right track.
Okay. Sir, you mentioned that you have prepared a list of the problems facing the tourism
Yes,
industry here in
yes.
Egypt. Not only that, but also solutions
Yes,
for such
sure,
problems. And
sure.
you mentioned one of these major problems is
Yes.
that here in Egypt, the educational curriculum is not does not contain the education about tourism and history. And unfortunately, in many other countries, such as France, for example,
Yeah.
students study the history of Egypt,
Yeah.
and they know much more about Egyptian ancient history more than the Egyptian students
Yes.
themselves.
This
And
is
you said
one-
that
yes.
you started solving this problem by making new curriculum, starting KG and moving on forward.
Yes.
Now, what other problems did you encounter? Because if we're talking about the tourism sector, yes,
Exactly.
there are so many problems, and
What
we
is-
need to work on them.
What is really nice and really fine about this initiative that we are working parallel in so many lines. For
Okay.
example, it is unbelievable after 100 years of the manufacture of tourism in the world, so many countries, so many people abroad think that Egypt is just a desert and the camel and the tent. Till now, people doesn't know anything about Egypt. To change this image, it is not a matter of...
This is our role, not
Exactly.
anyone else.
We are trying, we are making documentary films about the real life in Egypt. The residents here are talking. We are not talking about tourism here. We are changing the perception of these people in a very high, sophisticated way to really enhance their perception, to take the reality on the spot, on the ground. We are making documentary film to change this. This is one of the problems. How you can market thing and people are thinking that we are in a desert and we are living in tents and we are taking camel ride to go to work. This is, till now, this is a problem. Another problem, for example, under the initiative, we are making training for the people. We have a problem that the service is one of the most important things. We are training 500 people, are starting with 500 people. They will be our ambassadors. I mean our ambassadors. They will be spread in...
They all from the tourism sector or from
No.
various sectors?
No. We are
Influencers.
training the youth. The initiative is meant by everything. It is not tourism only, but we have
It's
to...
comprehensive.
Comprehensive. So we need to train these people to be our real ambassador. And at the same time, they will be the ambassadors of the foreigner here. It's a huge training program, but to really find people who can serve the tourist in the right track.
What is the obligation of those trainers, trainees? Would it be like, becoming a social media influencer, or is it more about becoming the future, tourist industry partner some way or another?
Something like this. One of the things we are doing is very important. As I said, there is a word between the international and the domestic, which is internet. We are making a page called AG Book. AG Book is an interactive page. Those ambassadors will be interactive with the foreigners coming, showing on reality what is going on Sharm el-Sheikh, which is best restaurant, which is the best place to go, what is the pyramids looks before he comes. Then the tourist himself, when he comes here, he will be interactive in the page. This is extremely important to change this image, because we have a lot to do. So we are trying to fill up every conflict or every gap to enhance our...
And what is the age category of these young people? Because you talked about training 500.
Yeah. This is extremely human resources development. The first thing, that he should be patriotic, loves. The best marketeer is the one who loves the product.
So passion.
Yeah, passion and patriotic. Because when he will market it or when he will do it with love.
Okay.
And love is the key word. Then he will take an intensive training in protocol, in etiquette, in security measures, in many things to help this guest to be as much as satisfied as possible and help him in any problems. And in the same time, interacting on the internet, on the virtual world, you will have reality. You will not leave a chance to some of our enemies to spoil the image or to make it a big fuss or a big problem. It will be reality.
Yes, you know how much I admire the way you present, those initiatives and the positivity about you and the objectivity. So, and I really like the initiative, but from a journalist perspective, I need to challenge you a little bit.
Yes, sure.
You're a strategic planner, and you have a plan for the upcoming 2 years.
Yes.
Don't you think that it has to be more broader than 2 years in terms of having this initiative, covering? Because this is a good plan, but it needs to have further scale, not only in terms of...
yes, the initiative is 5 years. Our target, I will tell you first, when we talk about strategy, we have targets.
Yes.
Our targets that Egypt will be one of the most wanted destination in the world. Second,
very good.
we are aiming, yes, we have the right to dream, but in the same time we are working.
Yes.
Second, our aim is to get 20 million tourists in 2018. Third,
very well defined.
Yes, this is our target. Third, that
you base this number according to
yes.
studies.
You will be amazed in the coming 2 months. I will not
I would love
reveal.
to be part of that.
No,
I, mean,
I will not reveal now
me.
the good news, because it is better in the right time. Third is to enhance the investments and to enhance the investments atmosphere for the tourism, for this industry. The fourth is to really change the perception about Egypt. Egypt is a huge country, a rich country, a country that nobody can compete with. Unfortunately, we didn't do our homework. When you hear that some foreigners still thinks that we are in a desert and we doesn't have technology, we didn't do our homework. When somebody...
Well, let me tell you something, sir.
We have to be frank.
To be honest, I mean, how can you blame the foreigners who don't know much about our country while so many Egyptians don't know about their country?
This is about our... Exactly.
Yes,
I've said it.
Come on, let's face it.
Exactly.
I mean, so how many Egyptians do visit museums?
I made statistics.
How many Egyptians know about the attractions in their country?
I will give you statistics. I took 1,000 child and asked them simple question. Who did go to the pyramids? Tell me a number from 1,000.
300?
56.
Oh my God. And that was part of school trips, of course.
So, we have to change this. We have to work. This is our time to work. So, this initiative is not about just making declarations. We are working. And His Excellency General Tamir Shahawi, from the very first date, till now, we didn't make the official launching until we have work on the ground. We have so many partners and we signed so many protocols with really people who wants to...
That's why you're so a little bit discreet about, you don't want to reveal everything now because you're waiting for those 2 months.
It will be booming. It will be really booming.
Us, you can tell us.
I will tell you everything in the right time, but really this initiative, it is, I call it is a pure, genuine love to Egypt. Everybody is working. We are a group of volunteers who are really, we want to change. And we are changing. Very soon you will hear about groups coming and about, we signed so many.
So many. Comes, the second part of, the challenges. Because it's not only about the promotion of, of Egypt.
No.
There is a lot of aspects that you're going to be faced with.
This is very right.
I agree.
I
mean, we don't want to bring tourists here and then they face problems
and
they don't want to come back.
That's why we have been delaying the arrival in the airport. This is the government did a huge work. Okay. All our airports, the scanners has been changed. The monitoring cameras are changed. The structure itself inside are changed. There are PRs, personality, they will work there, completely new perception, behavior. So we didn't open our gates.
Okay.
We will not open our gates again until we are on the right track and on the right
please do so, because maybe before I ask the question, I'll give you an insight about an incident that is happening today
Yes.
at airports, that foreigners who are coming to Egypt are obliged to get the permission to enter with dollars, and they don't find dollars.
Yeah.
So they come to the airport, they're obliged to find in the airport US dollars to pay the permission,
Yeah.
while they don't really
Yeah.
have it. So if they're not prepared, they can't pay with credit cards. This is to start with something that has to be dealt with, and it's not about the tourism ministry, but it's the
Yeah.
system, it's the logistics and bureaucracy should be helping, you know, your mission. So my question is, this is not the only challenge. Streets surrounding touristic areas should be prepared enough. The security element should be supportive.
Yes.
The education
Yes.
of the people dealing with tourists.
The mentality,
and
the culture.
mentality, the culture.
Yeah.
There is a huge set of things that I think are challenges to, the tourism industry and to this mission. I've seen a lot of initiatives.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of efforts by the tourism ministry over the past
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
that have failed, not because of the efforts of those people working on the initiatives or tasks,
Yeah.
but because the integral solution is
Yes.
not there.
It's not helping.
You are very right. I want to tell you something. First, building it takes time. Demolishing it takes seconds.
True.
We have problems, and we have to be very transparent and face them. The government will not do everything. The society should help. That is all about initiative. The tourism ministry is trying to do its best, but what you are talking about, for example, the dollars, we are passing through a phase, and I don't want to talk about it because I have a certain opinion about that, but it will be completely changed in our initiative, but I can really not reveal this. Any foreigner will come in Egypt will not face these problems again forever.
Very good.
It is very simple. We have found the solution that he will come with it. We are making it, but he will come with it, and he will not face these problems again ever.
That's
ever.
amazing news.
This is not a promise. This is on the ground, sir.
The point, sir, is me and Sharif are trying to make it. If we're talking about
You are
solutions,
very right.
it has to be integral.
Exactly. That's
Solutions. I mean,
This
I have to work with so many parties. I have to work on so many levels in order to solve these problems.
my dear. I wouldn't leave my go to help in this initiative if I'm not totally convinced and loving the thing. We are not leaving a single tiny problem without solutions.
Well, let me tell you, I hope that I would be hosting you here again in 2 months'
Very
time
soon,
to tell
very
us
soon.
about
You
the
will hear about
results.
it.
about
You will
this
hear about it.
initiative. Yes.
We are trying to help on the ground in right work and with right solutions. And I cannot deny that there are so many companies and so many institutions that signed protocols. We have, as I told Miss Travel, maybe we'll sign that. We have two new channels in Europe and in America only for tourism.
Okay.
We signed it. It
How
is
can
working
we,
now.
as Nile TV, provide also a partnership model to support this mission? Maybe sign an MOU together. Maybe partner with
I was just
revealing the
talking about
documentaries.
this before being on air, and I already talked to General Tamer, and I told him that Nile TV will be signing with us. We will provide material for you, and you will help us
would love to be
in
partners
promoting.
with you. I mean,
promoting.
anything that would
I
help.
will take this initiative to thank you for this
We would like to
patriotic.
thank you. We would like to thank you very much, sir, and we wish you best of luck in this initiative.
Yeah.
As Sharif mentioned, we would like to be part. We, as Nile TV, we would like
Yes.
to be part of it. We would like to provide all what we can in order to help. And best of luck. We hope to
Thank
see you
you.
again in 2 months' time and see the results
Inshallah.
of the initiative.
Thank
For
you very
now,
much.
I'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Hisham Ramli, Strategic Planner of Egypt Message of Peace Initiative. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break, then we'll be right back to resume this edition of Nile Cruise.